There's no rhyme or reason to this situation. There's no blame apportioned to you. There's no way around it. There's a sure way through it. And your courage is guiding you. Whatever you've got to do, go on and do it. Whatever you've got to change, go on and change. We'll be there on the other side of it. You've got something more precious than gold. Love surrounds you. Love surrounds you. And we might push and we might shove, and we might take off the gloves and do whatever it takes to get this message through. The love surrounds you. Love surrounds you. There's a silver lining to every tear you're crying. There's a lesson in every fear. Hold your head up higher when you walk on the wire. Don't look down, we're holding you. Whatever you've got to do, go on and do it. Whatever you got to change, go ahead and change. And we'll be there on the other side of it. And you've got something more precious than gold. Love surrounds you. Love surrounds you. And we might push and we might shove, and we might take off the gloves and do whatever it takes to get the message through. Because love surrounds you. Love surrounds you. Love surrounds you. Love surrounds
Greetings of peace and good evening, everyone. A very, very warm welcome to another conversation in conjunction with Brahma Kumaris Malaysia's 40th anniversary celebration. I'm Celia, and I'm very honored to be the anchor for this evening's conversation. I'm sure all of you must be enjoying this series of conversations with some of Brahma Kumari Malaysia's close friends. And today is the third in the series. And with us this evening is a very, very special and unique person, Mr.Ng Swee Weng. Mr.Ng is a chartered accountant by profession and has contributed significantly to the accountancy profession. He has more than 35 years experience in public accounting, and consulting in Malaysia, in America, and other parts of the world. His long and illustrious career began very humbly. In 1977, he was articled with KPMG, one of the international consulting firm in Malaysia. And in 1981, he qualified as a member of the Malaysian Institute of Certified Public Accountants. He's also a member of the Malaysian Institute of Accountants, MIA, and CPA Australia. Mr. Ng is currently a senior advisor at BDO Tax Services and also serves on the board of 2 public listed companies as independent directors. Prior to joining BDO, he was an audit partner of KPMG Malaysia for 23 years before he retired in 2012 as the partner in charge of the Penang office. And besides this technical information I'm giving you, I just got to know that he's a very humble and a kind-hearted person. You get to know lots more about him in this conversation. So, Mr. Ng, a very, very warm welcome. How are you today?
I'm very good, Sister Celia. Om Shanti.
Great.
Sister Celia,
yeah.
I appreciate it if you just call me brother instead of Mr. Ng.
Okay.
Fine. Thank you.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. So, Brother Ng, can you tell us a bit more about yourself?
Yes.
So for the audience, especially many who do not know you, first time seeing you. So can you just share a bit more about yourself?
Right. Before I share about myself, I just want to stress that accountants are generally considered as boring people. And therefore, if I brought you tonight, I will ask you for 1,000 apologies in advance. Thank you. My hometown is Penang, and I'm happily married with 3 grown-up children. They're all living and working abroad. Since my retirement, my lovely wife and I spend most of our time in Kuala Lumpur. I consider myself as a very experienced accountant, and yet there is one account that I have difficulty understanding, and at the same time reconciling it. And it's none other than our own karmic account. Back to you, Sister Celia.
Oh, well, that is something that you got to learn along this journey. It's not easy to reconcile. Even for us, many years in this knowledge, we find that sometimes it really overcome us. And yeah, good that now you're on this path. You get to know a little bit more, and in fact more on this karmic account. Well, Brother Ng, I heard that you were offered a partnership in a very prestigious international accounting firm even before the age of 30. And well, this is really a remarkable achievement. Well, can you share what was the key factor that contributed to your success?
Sure, Sister Celia. 40 years ago, Brahma Kumaris stepped foot in Malaysia. Am I right?
Yeah.
Yes. And 40 years ago, I stepped foot into the world of meditation. Well, generally, people are willing to learn meditation, but majority of them do not have the discipline to meditate regularly. In my case, I believe I religiously meditated every day without fail using the method, Silver method. And I believe that was my key contributing factor for the quantum leap in my career. Unfortunately, I didn't have the fortune 40 years ago to learn Raja Yoga until 25 years ago. To be more precise, 1988.
Oh, well, 1988 was another amazing year in your life. I heard that you attended something great, something in our headquarters in Madhaban. Can you share what was that and what made you decide to go? After all, you have been quite successful in your career, and especially you were also reaping the benefits of some meditation, some other method. So what was it that brought you into the Brahma Kumaris and then decide to go for this retreat in our headquarters in Mount Abu?
Right. I can still recall it was in early September 1998, and I was very surprised to receive a call from a sister inviting me to attend the Peace of Mind retreat in Mount Abu. And she assured me that I will have a wonderful meditation experience. Why I say surprise was really the timing, because a day before the call, I told all my colleagues that I had planned to take time off to go to United States to further research into the use of the mind. And this sister was very persuasive. She said that I must go. Firstly, she said that I will be able to find the answers to some of the questions that I first asked her. Questions like, who am I? What am I doing in this world? And where will I go after I die? So I asked her, how much is it going to cost me? And she said, nothing. Free food, free accommodation. Well, myself as a Penangites, and most of the Penangites will agree with me, we all are very money conscious, very katakut in fact. And who would miss the opportunity to grab free accommodation, free food retreat, like Peace of Mind? And she added on an extra carrot. She said that the Chief Minister of Penang at that time might be attending. Well, at that time, I must admit, I was very ambitious, very career-minded. Imagine spending a week with the Chief Minister of Penang. It will definitely enhance my image and profile in the business community. Then, as all of us know, there's no such thing as free lunch. She set a condition for me. And the condition, I have to attend a 7-day basic course. I knew all the while that there is such a course, but I always tell her, I'm busy, I don't have the time to attend. At the end of that course, she gave me this book, The New Beginning. And it was such an appropriate title because it was the beginning of my journey in search for spirituality. Sister Celia, do you want to make a guess who you think is this persuasive sister that I was talking about?
Well, Brother Swee, before I ask you, yes, really, I'm very curious. Who was it that gave you that wonderful offer, as a result of which you are with us now? Yeah, I must say that it is really amazing what you shared just now, that such a coincidence do happen, that you were thinking of going to explore on your the mind, you do some research, and then the next moment you have such a wonderful offer. So maybe that sister, whoever it is, must be very in tune with God to have answered your question. So please do let us know, who is it who really offered you this wonderful offer?
She is none other than Sister Helen, the head of Brahma Kumaris Penang, and I'm so grateful to her for opening the doors for me to Brahma Kumaris knowledge.
Well, Wonderful. And how did Sister Helen contacted you? Did she know you before that?
Yeah, this is a very interesting question, which I did ask her. Where did she obtain my phone number? And then she said that, aha, you have attended many of the public programs organized by Brahma Kumaris. And in one of the programs, I asked for your name card, which I couldn't even remember. Frankly speaking, I attended many of the public programs, but there is one particular program that I was very impressed. And that was the talk by Dadi Prakash Mani. If I pronounce her name wrongly, I have to apologize.
I think it's quite close.
It was held in Dewan. It was held in Dewan Sri Penang in 1998, and I can still remember just at the end of that program, there was a meditation. There was a short meditation, and at that time, I felt like I was transported into a different dimension. I felt peace. I felt tranquility. And that was one of the reasons why I wanted to go to Mount Abu, because I wanted to experience it again, that special moment.
Wow, that is really amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said that you experienced that wonderful deep silence and peace. And so I'm sure you also got some other experience in the Mount Abu experience, the peace of mind. So can you kindly share, Brother Ng, what was your experience in the peace of mind retreat, and what benefits did you gain from that retreat?
Yeah. Honestly speaking, if there are no experience, there are no benefits, I wouldn't be here tonight, isn't it?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
But before I share a bit about my experience and benefits, I thought I will touch a little bit about the companion for the Malaysian contingent for this peace of mind retreat. This companion is a very special lady. She was very caring. She was very calm and always cheerful. And what I am impressed and respected her most was she was so committed to doing spiritual work. And she was able to manage and handle the contingent, which is a multiracial contingent comprising of the Malays, the Chinese, and the Indians. And they're from all kinds of professions, like the lawyer, political writer, reporters, accountants, not to mention, and even a marketing director of an international company. You want to know who, you want to make a wild guess who you think is this companion that I was talking about?
Well, I really couldn't remember, because in 1998, I was briefly in Malaysia and I was serving overseas at that time. So I didn't know much about the Malaysian activities.
Okay.
Yeah, but I did come back for a short period.
Okay, no worries. I like to share with the audience 2 group photos that I've really treasured, taken during the Peace of Mind retreat. Can I?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This is one of the photos.
Well,
taken together with the seniors, Dadis, Sister Mira, etc.
Yeah. Mira Didi, Dadi Janki, Dadi Prakash Bani, and I'm really amazed.
Why were you there? Why were you there, Sister Celia?
Oh dear, I totally
You are the
forgot.
companion that I was talking about.
I totally forgot.
This is another photo taken together with the Dandis and senior sisters there.
And 2 other sisters from Malaysia too.
Yeah, that's right.
And Sister Padma were there. And well, you're very lucky. You had met all our seniors, Dadis and Dada, like Dadi Prakash Mani and Nivel Bai. And well, amazing trip you must have had.
Yeah. It was a wonderful experience. It definitely was.
Thank
There
you
are
for
so
sharing
much,
those
but
photos.
yeah,
I didn't
welcome.
know that you kept these photos till now.
Okay. There were many experiences, but there are two very distinct experiences of my observation compared to other retreats that I have attended, not organized by the Brahma Kumaris. The first very unique experience is that the people at the retreat start their day very early, 4 a.m. Gosh, I cannot imagine waking up at 4 a.m. But I tried. I thought it was tough, but it ended up not that difficult. Maybe because 4 a.m. is about 6:30 a.m. in Malaysia. And I woke up. It was a wonderful experience. Air was fresh. My mind was very clear. Meditation became very easy. And I became addicted to waking up at 4 a.m. And even until now, like this morning, I still wake up to meditate at 4 a.m. Thanks to the peace of mind retreat. Another area that I wanted to share is Sister Helen was correct. I was able to find the answers to the 3 questions that I always ask her. In fact, it's more than that. There are many more questions. And the answers somehow, Baba or the Supreme Soul or Supreme Father seems to know what is in my mind, and I can pick up the answers from the classes that I attended, the Mulis I heard, the Mulis I read myself, of the books like the New Beginning, which I carried along and read every time I'm free. And talking about free time, I always sneak when I'm free into a very special room. It's a meditation room for solitude. And this room, they call it the Baba's room. And for information of others who are new to Brahma Kumaris, every center around the world has a meditation room. And that room is called the Baba room. And even after I return from Madhuban, I always make it a point to drop by the center and use Baba's room on my way to work. Even I have to make a trip to Kuala Lumpur on a day trip, I will still drop by the Penang Center on my way to the airport. And if my schedule permits, I will find my way to the Bangsa Center. And from there, one of my colleagues, Sister Soon at that time, will give me a ride to my office. And the reason why I use the Baba room so often is because somehow I find that my days flow by very smoothly, and somehow there is this magical power in it, right? Now, if I want to talk about the benefits and I have experienced a significant transformation during the retreat, then I'm exaggerating. It's impossible unless they give me a magic pill that I take and suddenly I undergo a transformation. Yes, there are benefits, but the changes in me was very subtle over the 25 years that I practice Raja Yoga meditation, right?
You're very honest, Brother Swee. That's true.
And
It's a life journey. Yeah.
yes, and I just want to add on that the knowledge gained during the 7 days retreat was so impactful that I made a very generous contribution to Baba's box, which is the donation box. Very generous for my standard. And you'll be wondering why. How could I be able to make a donation in Mount Abu? It so happened I brought along a blank check and I issued the check to Brahma Kumaris. Now, I just want to touch a little bit of the changes, and I like to share with you a little dark secret of my desire. Just before I went to Mount Abu, I always wanted one day people will address me as Datuk Dr. Ng. And when I was there, I only realized the titles is irrelevant. There's no importance. And I felt contentment being called brother. And that was one of the first change. Another change that I experienced is I started to look at all the people around as brothers and sisters. And as a result, there is no discrimination. I do not discriminate the people based on religion, race, nationality, or class. And I become more compassionate, especially to the old and the sick. And as a result, I become more generous, doing more charitable deeds. The other thing that I learned along the way is that whatever happened, it happened for a reason. And past is past. And that has changed the way I react to situations that are not favorable to me. Prior to that, I will usually harbor anger, hatred, and hatred that may last not only days, but could be months. But now, I just accept it as it happened. For example, last month, I visited Australia, and I contracted COVID during the flight. Instead of being angry or that somebody infected me or myself being unlucky, I accepted it. And maybe it's an opportunity for me to have some time to recharge as well as enjoy simple food. Right? Another thing that I realized that become part of my life today is going to be early. Not that, I'm sure all of us have heard of the quotation, early to bed, early to rise makes a person healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm not saying that I'm wealthy, healthy, or wise in this material world, but maybe spiritually. But the reason why I go to bed early is because I want to wake up early at 4 a.m. That's the truth. Huh? The other thing, sorry.
So Brother Swee, so you're practicing all this spirituality in your life currently. So you have had a couple of changes I can see from that one trip to Mount Abu. So it's really amazing that just that one trip, it has changed you quite tremendously. So are you going to share a little bit more on that as well?
Yes.
How you're practicing spirituality in your life currently.
Before I share about how I practice spirituality, I just want to mention one particular point. I can still remember just before we depart, we met Daddy Janki, and she said something that really wake me up. She said, all of us has a role to play in this world, which she call it the drama. And each of our role is different. And from there, I just realized my role is to be a friend of the Brahma Kumaris, a loyal friend, and a faithful friend.
I think indeed you have. Not only that, more than that, you have been very generous as well.
Thank you. Well, the other thing I just want to mention is that, yes, I practice spirituality. In the past, I always visit Baba Center. But now it's slightly different because I have retired and I don't go out so much. And therefore, every morning when I wake up, I will sit in solitude and silence in one corner of my house and meditate. And a little bit later, I will visit Baba's room in Madhuban. How did I do that? You'll be wondering. Well, now with technology, yes, this is the room that I always visit. With technology, all I need to do is to log in into YouTube, key in Baba Room Live. And there are few rooms that you can choose, but I like this room in particular. And then somehow the vibration was so strong, and it's as if I'm on a fast charging, and suddenly my soul battery is already full. Later, I found out from Sister Celia yourself that this room was a room that a personal room of Brahma Baba. Brahma Baba is the founder of Brahma Kumari's World Spiritual University. And it was a room that he did intense meditation when he was alive. Aren't we very lucky to have such an opportunity to connect with Brahma Baba through this room? Don't you agree, sister?
Yeah, you're very fortunate. And I think you're very, very special and like chosen one too. Because even though we know we sometimes don't do that as much as you do, without paying for any flight ticket, you just fly over there whenever and wherever you want. So this is really something we must learn from you as well, to go to Mount Abu and get ourselves recharged. Very wonderful.
And it's a 24/7. It's not specific time. You can go there anytime you want.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And yeah, as you know, Brother Ng, the theme of Brahma Kumari Malaysia's 40th anniversary celebration is unity, respect, and love. And what are your thoughts on this theme? Can you also share, you have any practical experience in using these three virtues in your life? Unity, respect, and love, URL.
Yes. Well, I strongly believe behind the success of Brahma Kumari's Malaysia are the brothers and the sisters, particularly the Sentawasis. It is their dedication and the unity which is really the result of the love and the respect among themselves and also for the love of Baba. And therefore, I felt the theme was so appropriate: unity, respect, and love. And talking about these three virtues, I thought I'd like to share with you just two of the incidents that happened to me, which I felt resonates very well with these three virtues. The first one is really involving Padmaji. Well, Padmaji is one of the longest serving Malay dispatch club in my organization, whom I helped him to raise funds for his pilgrimage to Mecca. You'll be wondering why I like to cite such a story or incident over here. It is because of the timing, the coincidence. A day before I asked Padmaji whether he would like to go to Mecca, that night before, he went to the mosque to pray to Allah for help to fulfill his last wish to do one final pilgrimage to Mecca. Just imagine, the night before, he asked Allah for help. And that morning, when I was in Baba's room, I received that message. And the message was directed to me through Baba. Is it just a coincidence? Or are we connected as one? Or which, in a way, is like united? Raising the funds for Padmaji was very easy. I called his ex-bosses based in Kuala Lumpur and Singapore and passed the hat around. And I believe it was the respect and love for him even though he was the lowest ranking employee in the organization. The money was easily raised. This was the first case. The second case that I wanted to share happened only 2 months ago. This case involved the Oasis of Peace. I'm sure some of you do not know what is this Oasis of Peace. This is actually a center, a Penang center. And last year, a decision was made to consolidate the 2 Penang centers into one. And as a result, Oasis of Peace, which I will call it Oasis for short, has to be closed down. 2 months ago, Sister Kim, the person in charge of Oasis, called me or messaged me, which I was surprised. She said that there's somebody interested in the property. I was very surprised, mainly because, again, on the timing. 2 days before her message, I actually asked Baba for help, because after the thing was closed down, authorities discovered illegal structures inside the property and have issued summons for the structures, the illegal structures, which didn't comply with the bylaws, to be dismantled or removed. Those structures were not put up by the Brahma Kumaris. They were put up more than 20 years ago by the previous owner. I called the interested party and appointment was made the following week at Oasis to discuss further. Now, the subplot. Shortly after my call to the interested party, Sister Kim messaged me. She said that the interested party offered her a X amount as token of appreciation if he successfully acquired the property. For any ordinary person, they will not only pocket the money, they may even demand for more token of appreciation. And this is something I truly respect the brothers and sisters, particularly in the Center-Wasi, for their true honesty and heart. Sister Kim said if she received this token, she will put it into Baba's box for sharing. How I wish the Center-Wasis can be seconded to the federal and state government. Then the corruption that we are seeing today will be significantly reduced. Don't you think so, Sister Celia?
I don't know about that, but then this is one of the virtues that we practice, honesty from the heart, true honesty. Well, there are many other virtues, I'm sure you would know.
Yes. So let me go back to the original plot. I met up with the interested party at the Oasis and explained to him the problems that I encountered that gave me sleepless night. And he used one word. The word is respect. He said that he found out the reason why I'm the new owner of the property. And more is that I did not charge any rental for the use of the property by the Brahma Kumaris. And therefore, he really respected me and the deal was closed. I concluded within 5 minutes. And yesterday, my lawyer informed me that the contract has already been executed by them as the buyer, awaiting my signature. Well, I must say that I really respect Sister Kim and Sister Helen, and I wanted to support her. I support them for whatever activities they do because I know they did it for the love of Baba. And I did the same thing because I respect them and I love Baba and the Brahma Kumaris.
Wow,
That's all.
that was quite an amazing story. I'm right.
Yeah, thank
Thank you
you.
for sharing. Do you have any more of those experiences about this team?
No, I think because we're running out of time.
Yeah. So, Brother Ng, as we are almost coming to the end of this sharing, this program, do you have any other messages for the audience? And what is your hope? And what is your vision for the Brahma Kumaris moving on towards the future?
Yeah, my first message is really to those who are new to Brahma Kumaris, who are watching now. And I know that this recording will be posted on YouTube. And whoever are new to Brahma Kumaris watching, this message is for you. There is a Chinese proverb which says that the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. I strongly urge all of you to take this first step and visit any of the Brahma Kumari Center throughout the world and find out for yourself what Brahma Kumaris could offer you in your journey to search for spirituality. And I wish you good luck. And for the Brahma Kumaris Malaysia, as well as the Cendrvasis, you have done a wonderful job over the last 40 years, and you deserve a round of applause and a pat on your back. And I wish all of you every success in your quest for your further success in life and venture. Om Shanti.
Well, thank you so much, Brother Swee, for this wonderful sharing. And I must add that by hearing this sharing tonight, and also during our preparation, there's something I found about you that is really amazing, is that you are extremely humble. You are very, very proficient, but you are very humble. And you are also a very, very kind-hearted person and always generous-hearted in contributing to a good cause. I also know that technically you are very sound and you are much well sought after by your clients even till now in helping solve some of their business issues. So, well, continue with this spiritual journey. I'm sure you would have more heights of success in your life. So similarly, we wish you a continuous good journey together with the Brahma Kumaris. So
Thank
really
you.
from...
But I just wanted to add one more point. I hope I have not bored all of you. Frankly speaking, I was extremely nervous just now, and I had COVID this morning. And what I did, I dropped by Baba's room and spent as much time as I can asking him for the strength and the power to share with you all tonight. Thank you.
Well, you certainly did give us an interesting evening of conversation, and from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure from the audience as well, we say thank you very much. Wish you further good health and long life and success in whatever you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. And so, dear brothers and sisters, now we would close the session, not really close yet. We will have some meditation to strengthen our thoughts. As Brother Swee say, meditation is a very powerful tool. And so we're going to have some meditation. And for this, I'm going to share a few thoughts to guide us through the meditation. So please sit straight and relax and follow these thoughts as if the other ones that your mind has created. Is it okay? Are you ready? And so let me just share sound before that, before we start. So Om Shanti. I allow my mind to settle into silence and peace. In this moment, I put aside any unwanted thoughts and I focus my attention on the heart of my being. As I sit here, as I breathe, I feel pure love in my heart. A love untouched by time, space, and conditions. It is as though I have been having this feeling of unconditional love. Love towards all my brothers and sisters. And I hold this feeling gently within myself. I feel a deep acceptance of myself and of everyone. With love in my heart, I'm able to give respect to everyone. I respect their feelings, their thoughts, ideas and opinion. I value everyone. I see goodness. I see benefit in everyone and every situation. This loveful feeling and respect for everyone and everything become like a sweet fragrance that spreads into the atmosphere, creates an atmosphere of togetherness and unity, an atmosphere of harmony and cooperation. And this unity acts like a fortress that protects us, protects the gathering. And now, silently, I open myself to the awareness of the divine, God. I'm silent. I'm still before my Supreme Father. I allow God's divine love into my heart. I'm worthy of His love. And I know He loves and accepts me as I am. unconditionally. I rest in the stillness of His loving embrace, and I'm bathed in peace and loving acceptance. Together, combined in love, we radiate love to the people in our lives. I send out heartfelt feelings of loving acceptance, of kindness and appreciation to my family, my spiritual family, and the worldly family, and to all the souls in the world. I reach out to their hearts. I send them God's gift, the gift of pure love, the gift of blessings and supports to each and everyone. Om Shanti Shanti. Thank you. So dear brothers and sisters, dear everyone, thank you so much for joining us this evening. It had been a wonderful experience for me, and I do hope you have enjoyed every bit of this session tonight. Thank you so much, and most of all, thank you so much, Brother Swee, for joining us in this conversation, sharing deep from your heart so many treasures, so many wonderful things that we are learning, that we are also accepting and taking with us. So thank you from our hearts. On behalf of the Brahma Kumaris, we wish you well. And so brothers and sisters, please do join us again for the next session, next Thursday. Thank you, thank you. Om Shanti.